Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fox 5, the series that explores the world of Fox Rehabilitation through an original list created by a Fox colleague. Today, I am joined by Fox physical therapist Beth Brown. Beth, welcome to the Fox 5.
Hi, Jan.
We did a previous video, and I said, Beth, you deliver these crisp sound bites. You should be on an episode of the Fox 5, and here you are.
Here I am.
All right. So, Beth, question of the day, question of the week. What is your Fox 5?
So my Fox 5 are 5 things I wish I knew when I started with Fox.
All right. So how long have you been with Fox?
Just about 9 years.
9. You almost made it sound small. You're like, just about 2 months, just about 9 years. Dang, almost a decade. So,
oh, gosh. Yeah. Stop
almost 10 years.
How long I've been practicing.
So, Beth, what is number 1 on your Fox 5?
Number 1 is that scheduling would be the hardest part of my job. So I'm a physical therapist. I know how to evaluate. I know how to treat. I know how to provide clinically excellent care. What I had never done before starting with Fox was doing my own scheduling and learning to use a map to figure out where my patients are and how to group them together and how to talk to my patients to be firm but flexible in getting them to schedule based on my schedule needs.
But this is probably something you didn't even encounter before.
No, I've always had somebody doing my scheduling for me. I had always worked in a brick and mortar physical therapy center, not somewhere where I was physical therapy on wheels going to patients' homes and building out my day based around what my needs were versus what my employer's needs were.
All right. So that brings us to number 2 on your Fox 5.
So number 2 is that treating someone in their own environment is crucial to improving function and safety.
Please explain.
Yeah, absolutely. So before I was with Fox, I worked in both hospital settings and a brick and mortar outpatient setting. We've got all this fancy equipment. We've got parallel bars and stationary bikes and mat tables and staircases. Yet when you get into a patient's home, they don't have a mat table. They have the couch that was passed down from their grandmother that has no cushion left in it and sits a whopping 16 inches off the ground. You don't have a standard set of stairs. You might be going into a 100-year-old farmhouse that the stairs are very narrow or very steep. So I can't really work in a clinic and make it applicable to a patient's home, especially when we're really focusing on functionally based interventions.
That's interesting. So you can adapt based on what you see at their home.
Oh, absolutely.
And then that brings us to number 3 on your Fox 5. 5 things that Beth wished she knew before she started with Fox.
So number 3 actually really builds off of number 2. And number 3 is that you don't need a ton of equipment. Use what you see around you. Use the patient's stairs, use the patient's chairs, use their bed, use their kitchen table. You need something for resistance, for lifting or postural training. Use their laundry basket. You're working on reaching, use the stuff in their kitchen cabinets. Put things down on the floor, make them pick it up, make it functional. I don't need to carry a whole bunch of equipment with me.
Be creative is what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us to number 2 on your Fox 5.
I believe this brings us to number 4 on my
Fox wait.
5.
I'm counting. I was
You're
doing...
going backwards.
Yes. So number 4 on your Fox. Yeah, I was doing the reverse countdown.
Yes. So when the weather is nice, anyone who can go outside goes outside. Getting outside is so good for their mood and mine. And there's so much function in going outside, right? We don't live inside 4 walls.
Mm-hmm.
So to get outside, there's things I might not have seen before. How do they do opening their front door? Can they hold their screen door open while they step down a step? Now we're talking multitasking. They're walking on uneven surfaces. Maybe we get on the grass. Maybe we're navigating curbs. All things, again, that I can't simulate inside the house. So when the weather's nice, we go outside.
And one would think if you go outside and you have fun, it would encourage your patient to then go outside and have fun more often.
Absolutely. It's one of the best things about Fox is that our patients don't need to be homebound. So the best thing is don't keep them homebound. Get them outside, show them they can go outside, show them they can get in the car. And then they can start going places and start actually being present in their lives and going out with family and get to their granddaughter's wedding and all of those great things that are waiting for them outside their front door.
And Beth, that brings us to number 5 on your Fox 5. And throughout this list, you have revealed to us that you are a physical therapy ninja. So what is number 5 on your Fox 5?
So number 5 is actually really personal. Number 5 is that I get so much more out of my patient visits than they do. Yes, I am properly dosing my patients and I'm working on function and safety and skilled care from the minute I walk in till the minute I walk out. But what I get out of it is I get to know my patients and get to know who they were before they needed me in their life. I get to see their pictures and I get to learn about their wedding from, 1942, or when they went to Spain for the first time to see family back in the 70s. And I get to interact with their families. And, I'm very blessed. My grandparents, there's longevity in this blood. All of my grandparents lived into their 90s. And unfortunately, they're all gone now. But every day when I go out and I get to go into my patients' homes, I get to spend a little bit of time with somebody else's grandparents and kind of pretend that they're my own. There is nothing more rewarding when I get a great big hug from my patient or my patient's family on that last day of therapy when they just don't need me anymore.
Dang, Beth Brown! That was an awesome Fox 5. If I was thinking about going into therapy and I watch this right now, like, you put me over the threshold. I'm ready to go.
Well, come on. We're hiring.
Well, I mean, you have inspired me, but we'll see. We'll see. But I am with Fox.
Yes.
And I feel like I get to pick the brains of clinicians like you. So it's almost good enough. We'll see. Well, who knows? Maybe next year I'll be a PT. But Beth Brown, thank you so much. For Beth Brown, my name is Jim Shear, and we will see Yins later.